the entire internet is just going absolutely bananas over this new Call of Duty game just because the title got revealed and everything and all that jabaz. And people are already praising this game from the heavens, and they're just saying, like, oh my god, we are so back, bro! The Call of Duty Black Ops name got revealed! This is gonna be the next hit Call of Duty game, bro! And people are also saying, like, oh, this is gonna be the year! This is gonna be the year that Call of Duty makes its comeback, bro! This is gonna be the greatest game of all time! I hate to break it to you folks that are watching this video, but if you think that this next Call of Duty game is gonna genuinely be a massive banger and it's gonna be the greatest Call of Duty game ever made, it's not, okay? I'm sorry to say that, but we've seen this happen time and time and time again. So, are you crazy Call of Duty fanboys ready to admit I was right about Black Ops 6 yet? I accept your apology. I tried to warn you. But did any of you crazy Call of Duty fanboys listen to me for a second before immediately jumping the gun to defend your Lord and Savior Call of Duty and Activision? Well, surprisingly, a good handful of you folks actually agreed with me the first time I was talking about Black Ops 6. So it's good to know I'm not the only human being on the planet that thinks Call of Duty has gotten so bad. So it's good to know I'm on the same page with some of you folks, and it's good to know I'm not the only human being on the planet that thinks Call of Duty is a bad franchise now. Now, before we do get started with this video, I do want to apologize in advance for the audio if it sounds weird at all. Usually I record on this software with my headphones, but for some reason the audio jack I try to plug into my phone to use the software, the audio jack isn't working for some reason with my headphones, and I don't know why. So if I sound a little more echoey at all in this video, you folks know why, and I do apologize in advance. So this might be the last time I use this recording software for a little while, and I might go back to my PlayStation until further notice, until I can get the audio jack working on my phone. But other than that, I mean, let's get on with the topic of today's video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on Activision is failing the Call of Duty franchise. And this time, we're going to be talking about how Call of Duty is currently undergoing probably its biggest player crisis we have seen in, like, forever. Now, usually with a massive franchise like Call of Duty, you see, like, pretty decent, if not pretty healthy numbers, like hundreds of thousands of players, millions of players, whether it be on different games like Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 3, you name it. Even games like Call of Duty Warzone, we usually see, like, pretty big numbers. But unfortunately, the numbers I'm about to show you, they are pretty concerning, especially for the newest Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. So take a look at this. So if we take a look at the Steam charts over here, we can see that the current player count, at least by the time of the recording of this video, the players that are playing right now are sitting at 54,681 players. And if we look at the 24-hour peak, it was 77,000 players, 797, and the all-time peak is 491,670 players. Now, 54,000 players, that's not a really good sign for Call of Duty. Now, look at it like this. If this was like some kind of indie game made by like an indie developer, then this would probably be like pretty good numbers, right? If you're like an indie developer and you saw like at least like 54,000, 55,000 players playing your game, this would be pretty good numbers, right? But unfortunately, that's not the case here. This is a game that was made by a AAA studio, Activision, and the newest Call of Duty game, Black Ops 6. This is supposed to be like one of the biggest Call of Duty games out there, but unfortunately for Black Ops 6, because it's in such a piss poor state, it has gotten to the point where people have started to realize that, you know what, this is not really a good game. Why would I bother playing this when I could just go play the older Call of Duty games? Or I could just go over to Plutonium on Black Ops 2 for PC and just play that instead. Now, there might be someone in the comments that tried to tell me, well, Nightwing, what about the Xbox players? What about the PlayStation players? You gotta take those into consideration too. And yes, you'd be right. But, however, while I don't have the exact numbers for Xbox or PlayStation, we can only assume that it is just as bad, if not even worse, than PC numbers. Especially because you got to take into the consideration that this game has been dealing with so much criticism and so many problems to this day that the game is still being infected with. The cheating crisis is out of control. The hacking crisis is still out of control. Activision is literally no longer in control of this game. The hackers are in the driver's seat for Black Ops 6, and the hackers are in full control of this game now. Activision is literally replacing their associates with AI, and they're selling AI art slop in the Call of Duty store, while Call of Duty is still struggling. The fact that skill-based matchmaking is still so terrible, people have just basically gave up, and they just moved on to other Call of Duty games that are better. Here we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 out here in the wild that is struggling to maintain a healthy amount of players, but yet Activision is trying to shove more AI art slop and more garbage into the store for people to buy slop at. And Activision is yelling at people, oh, don't worry about our AI slop. Don't worry about it. Keep consuming the Call of Duty game, you little Call of Duty piggies. Keep consuming. Keep consuming our Call of Duty pig slop, you Call of Duty pay pigs. You'll like this stuff if you just keep buying this stuff. Keep buying our AI slop, you little Call of Duty piggies. The game will get better. That's what Activision is saying to everyone in a nutshell. And no, it's not getting better. As a matter of fact, it's getting even worse every single day. And as long as Activision continues to ignore these problems, the franchise will continue to devolve and downgrade, and it will continue to rot in its grave. At this point, man, seeing the direction and the current state that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is in, it brings a smile to my face, and it makes me happy to see that this game and this franchise is suffering massive player numbers, and it makes me happy to see that this game is starting to suffer the consequences, and rightfully so. I've said this a few times before, and I'm gonna say it again. It looks like I was right yet again about Black Ops 6 being an overhyped pile of trash. So, as long as Activision continues to destroy this franchise, I will continue to boycott the franchise going forward. And I will continue to stand my ground on this no Call of Duty policy I have going forward. So with this being said, thank you everyone for watching and for listening. And until next time, I'm talking about the shit show that is Black Ops 6, and I will see you all later.